Hey everyone, and welcome to Don't Make a Scene. I'm Jess, your host, and I am so excited that you're here. If you are looking for real talk, deep conversations, a place to heal, grow, and just be, then this is your space. This podcast is where I challenge the old paradigms around motherhood, beauty, trauma, relationships, and all the magic in between. And I offer something more honest, more embodied, more soulful. And we're not here just to be surface. We're not here for performance. We're here for truth. This isn't about making a scene for shock value. It's about waking people up. It's about holding space for what's real, even if it's messy, even if it's misunderstood or taboo. Because when I speak about these things that we're told to be silent about, I do it with heart. I do it with love. And I do it because I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not the only one who's lost touch with who she is. I know I'm not the only one who has dimmed my light just to make someone else feel comfortable. And I'm certainly not the only one who has performed or shapeshifted or played a part just to be liked or accepted. And I'm tired. I'm done. And I'm sure you're tired too. And so this space, it's not about being perfect. I tried it. I'm not that. I can't be it. I actually recorded this episode like 20 times, trying to make everything so perfect. And at first I didn't post it because I was like, okay, it's Mercury retrograde, or my Virgo moon, my perfectionistic wiring is getting in the way. But then I got sick and I was forced to be still. And in that stillness, I realized that I didn't post it because the lighting wasn't perfect or the sound was off. I held back because it wasn't true. It didn't feel honest to me and in my body. So I let go. I rested. I listened to my body, to my soul. And what I found in the quiet space was just so much clarity. This podcast isn't about being polished. It's about being aligned. And when I asked myself, Jess, why are you doing this? I received a mental download that was so clear. I love people. I love life. I love stories. I love going deep, not just skimming the surface. And for years, podcasts have been that space for me. And when I felt alone, someone else's story would find me and I'd feel seen. So now I really just want to be that person for someone else. And then I asked myself, okay, why don't make a scene? Because I have been told that phrase in some capacity my entire life. Don't be so emotional. Don't be so dramatic. Don't be this. You're overreacting. Just don't make a scene. And when you hear that enough, it chips away at you. It dims your light. You start questioning your worth, your power, your voice. And I lost my voice so long ago. What's wild is when I couldn't find my voice for me, I always had it for others. I was the person who'd get in so much trouble for standing up for somebody else. But when it came to me, silence. And that silence led me into relationships, romantic, platonic, professional, that fed off of it. I tolerated so much for so long. And when you do that, you get into a pattern, and those patterns are so hard to break. But then I started healing and I started breaking them. And honestly, I had a daughter. And I remember when I found out I was having a daughter, I promised her I would keep her safe emotionally, physically, forever. And then I promised myself, I'm going to keep myself safe too. Because our children, they don't just hear our words, they feel our energy, our vibration. They see what we tolerate. They absorb the way we shrink. and they will believe what they see. My daughter will trust what I show her because I am her mother. And because I am her mother, she will believe that this is how you're supposed to be. So it's my responsibility to show her that her voice is sacred. Her emotions are real and valid and powerful. And her truth is safe. She's safe to speak up. But again, to teach her that, I had to start with myself. I had to heal myself. And through that process, I learned that as you heal, you get louder, not just in volume, but in truth. You stop second guessing yourself. You stop seeking validation. You stop apologizing. You stop asking for permission. You step into this version of yourself that is so clear and confident and whole, and life becomes lighter, not because it becomes easier. It definitely does not become easier. It's just you're no longer carrying the weight of what was never meant to be yours. So you speak your truth, not from your wounds, but from your wisdom, from your higher, more healed and integrated frequency. And I am still healing. I will be on this journey forever, but I want to do it with you. I want to do it alongside you, my sisters, my community. So this space, this time, don't make a scene. It's for you. It's for us to connect, to resonate, to laugh, to play. I am deep in my wife era. I am deep in my mom era. I am deep in my leading with love and fire era. And every conversation here will be through the lens of my experience, not just as I am today, but all the broken pieces and parts of me that led me to this moment. I'll be sharing my journey. I'll be bringing in therapists and coaches and friends to have deep and raw and unfiltered, honest conversations about everything, about life. But I'll also be bringing in people who make me laugh the most. We'll have some fun because joy, I have found, has been so healing on top of that introspection. Real people, real talk, nothing is off limits, nothing is too messy, nothing is too much here. So if you're ready to join me, to laugh, to heal, to grow, to just be, then hit the subscribe button, share this podcast with your friends, leave a review, and let's connect. Follow me on Instagram, Don't Make a Scene _podcast, or on my personal page, it's Jess Olsen. And yeah, thank you so much for being here, for listening, and for being ready to make a scene, being ready to find your voice, being ready to grow. I cannot wait to dive into this with you.